everybody, it's your Sam and I'm here with another video. Today is going to be an addition to the hashtag Anime Taught Me series that is started by Jenna O'Malley. There are several videos on that playlist now, so be sure to check out the links to her channel and the playlist for hashtag Anime Taught Me down below in the box. Today is Anime Taught Me About Writing Fantasy. Yeah, I'm hitting the big one because this is kind of like overarching series. This is going to be me trying to narrow things down to like 5 or 6 things that anime taught me about writing fantasy, because there are a ton of fantasy animes out there and it's difficult to put my finger on which anime it was precisely that taught me these things. Therefore, I'm just going to pick out 5 different animes, fantasy animes, and kind of go over what you can learn from them, and we will go from there, I guess. One of the animes that I want to talk about is That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. So this is part of the isekai genre, and it is odd. Me reading the title was a knee-jerk reaction to, oh, this is just going to be silly. There's not going to be anything to this anime. It's not really going to be interesting. It's just going to be some noise in the background. Boy, was I wrong. That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime has taught me that you can have the weirdest, most insignificant thing or person become a hero or your protagonist in a story. Technically, that kind of opens up the horizons to just about anything becoming a hero to the story that you want to write. While I kind of knew this, you know, there's heroes that are ogres, there's heroes that are dwarves, and so on and so forth. Just the fact that he was reincarnated as a slime and then leveled up like he did. I'm trying not to give any spoilers. It just kind of blew my mind. Honestly, it really did. The fact that you can use just about anything to be your hero and justify it through beautiful writing and through your particular touch to creating characters and creating scenes and whatnot. Yeah, that's what That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime taught me. Another one that might teach you that as well is One Piece. Now, granted, all of these are humanoid type characters, but they are rather ridiculous when you think about it. So yeah, just keep those two in mind. But I highly recommend That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime if you want to see something out of the ordinary. Number 2 is The Devil is a Part-Timer. This anime taught me that inserting little slices of life and the most mundane details can really make that character or set of characters hit home, and it can make a scene perfection. The fact that this devil has a part-time job at, it's a McDonald's, come on, you know it's a McDonald's, is amusing, and it's just so out of pocket that it made me want to watch it to begin with, just to see where the writers would go with this. The Devil is a Part-Timer anime taught me about writing slices of life and mundane things can bring life into your work, and little breaks between very heavy scenes, adventure scenes, battle scenes, something like that is necessary often so that it gives your reader a break too, and gives your characters a break. It shows your character growth, so on, so forth. So that's what The Devil is a Part-Timer taught me. Next one is The Rising of the Shield Hero. I think I might have talked about this one a little bit in previous videos. I'm trying to hit different animes because I really want to recommend a lot of animes that I've watched. But I keep finding myself going back to some of my favorites. The Rising of a Shield Hero taught me that tropes and cliches like rooting for the underdog are okay to write still, but you've got to put your own touch to it. You've got to twist it just a little bit, turn it just a little bit, so that it is your perfection. So anime taught me about writing tropes and cliches are still okay. Just as long as you do your thing with them. Mostly tropes, because some cliches are still like eh, and it can really turn a reader off. But again, if you put your own twist to it, it should be fine. Your beta readers will let you know. Oh, this next one. Made in Abyss. This one is rather difficult to watch because it's a dark fantasy. And I am saying it is a dark fantasy. Like, there are plenty of scenes and episodes where I questioned whether or not I wanted to continue watching it. And it wasn't because it was nasty or uninteresting. It was because it was so heart-wrenching and so heavy that it amazed me. Made in Abyss taught me just the right way to toe that line. Sometimes that anime feels like it's going way too far, and for some people it does. Other times that anime feels like it's just right there on the edge and it's toying with your emotions and ripping your heart out, and then it kind of pulls back and it makes you fall in love with it again. So towing that line, sometimes stepping a little bit over it and then reeling it back in is okay, and that is what anime taught me. And last but certainly not least, one anime taught me about writing is that the fantastical imaginings of your brain can work. You can make them work. For example, any of the Ghibli movies. Howl's Moving Castle shouldn't move. Not technically. Ghibli also taught me that you can have this huge, beautiful fantasy world and this awesome story that can hit hard with the morals and it still be adored by millions. Your imaginings can work and you can still pop that punch in with the moral dilemma or the moral question. That's all I got for you with Anime Taught Me About Writing Fantasy video here. Remember to check out Jenna's channel down below and the playlist of all the other videos of hashtag Anime Taught Me. Thank you for watching, and if you haven't done so yet, make sure that you subscribe. Make sure you pop that like button. Be kind to one another out there. Be kind to yourself. Keep writing, keep being creative, and I will see you next time.